Calling this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Pledge of allegiance, folks. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a moment of silence and reflection for any good things that need to be thought about. Okay, we're ready for roll call.
Supervisor Johnson,
Present.
Clerk Baraco, here. Treasurer Davis, here. Trustee McKay,
Here.
Trustee Menke,
Here.
Trustee Blanchard,
Here.
Trustee Hoskins, here. 7, we have a quorum.
Okay, well, we're gathered here obviously for obvious things, and I'm hoping that we can tweak this where it's necessary, and our hearts and minds are clear when we leave out of here. So I'll ask for the approval of the agenda.
There's additions, subtractions.
Well, including additions and corrections.
I think that we need to move the public, there's 2 public comments in a row.
That's the,
So I think that should be a number 7, or number 8.
that was just for the posted rules, right?
I didn't either. Is our agendas in our box, Joyce?
I didn't see anything in
I
the
didn't-
box.
No. Would you please? Thank you. I just keep on to that.
That was, I thought we left that in there, was just because of the rules that was out there, right?
Right, but I think you want the public comment. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ignore that.
Thank you, Tony.
Ignore that. Okay. Do you want me to do roll call or voice vote? Wait, do that.
Whatever we decide, I just approved it, whatever. Roll call.
Trustee Hoskins,
Yes, here.
Treasurer Davis,
Here.
Clerk Baraco, yes. Trustee Menke,
Yes.
Trustee Blanchard,
Yes.
Trustee McKay,
Yes.
Supervisor Johnson.
Yes.
7 yes, agenda approved.
All right. Let's begin.
I guess my first question, Randy, is we just got the new budget.
Yep.
On the changes, were there just a few changes?
Just a couple.
Okay,
Okay, the first one that you're gonna notice will be
estimated revenue.
let's see. Where the two eighty, where's that? Yeah, where it says administrative fee,
On what page?
first page.
All right, yep, gotcha.
Okay, you'll see a price in there that says 288, 457.
Okay.
Okay, that's the wrong number. And it should be 238, 53153.
238, 53153.
Yeah, which is a difference of 49.9, 860.
238, 531.53.
And that's just, we moved that from account 101 to account 206, which is, should have been under the fire millage.
So the fire news is less on that one with the deduction.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking out loud, sorry.
Okay. Let's see what page that'll be for everybody.
It's time.
You have that page in there? Do they have this page?
No, this is,
They don't have that page. I gotta find this amount because we paid.
196,
Yeah.
Christie, 196, 196,000.
What about it?
Well, you made, remember it was a 196, but you transferred in the one that was.
It was put into the right account.
Yeah, that was put in the right
Yeah.
account. And then the delinquent taxes,
Which one was the first one that you were just talking about that you put in the right account?
The 196 was put into the account of, miscellaneous revenue, and then it was taken from there and it was put into the account that it was supposed to go into. Which I don't know the numbers that he has over there with that.
yeah, it's, they don't have, oh, they didn't give us those numbers yet. That's what that is. But the amount was, 119.
There's a journal entry from the auditor, or
Yeah.
from the accountant.
The accountant's gonna, we call them to give us the number. See, the accountant also put some money in that amount, in, March. I mean, I know the amount, but it was in March. And then they told you what, it's gonna be a problem or something like that?
That's the 119,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm speaking of right
Oh,
now.
I thought you were talking about the 196.
No, the 119,000.
Those were put into the accounts that they were supposed to go in. The 119 that was left over from the tax account, the accountants are working so we can figure out where that is supposed to go.
Okay,
So journal entries will be made when they can figure that out.
okay. Now, let's see. So the link was. Yes, that's, when we get down to the taxes, I can answer that question too, so. Cause, the tax was 190.
Mike, can you hear us okay back there, or do you wanna come up? A little closer?
I'm fine.
All right.
I'm not sure about the rest of the public, but.
Okay,
They told
that
us they could
delinquent
hear it, so
tax
we
is
just left it there.
196, right? And you paid, made the change, the, payment of, move the tax, and it was 191, so that's making us.
No, that's not, no, that was not taxes. That came in from Calhoun County and they had to be put into different funds, whether it be the fire department fund or whatever. It was not taxes. It came from Calhoun County from their delinquents from last year.
Oh, okay.
Is that 191,000 or 196,000?
I don't have the old paperwork. I would have to look at, I thought it was 196.
I think
but
so.
It was 196, and we went with 109. We put in. I mean, our number was 191.48, right? Yeah, 191.48. So the difference of $4,900. So anyway, that it'll be when we get to down the line. I'll address it if there's any questions. But let's start then. We're still on the administrative fee. Now we come on down the line. of revenues.
So right now, we're just addressing the changes of the new budget that we got.
That
tonight,
was just
right?
the two
Okay.
changes that I emailed you guys, and I said it wasn't no big thing that we could get to it, but I didn't want everybody thinking, oh, it's gonna be changing, earth shattering, and we're gonna debate that all night long.
No.
No, that was just it.
It looks like the interest was changed as well,
Yeah,
101,664. From 12 to 95,
Mhm.
that's the 83,000 difference, I just wonder about that one.
You have your budget?
yeah. Right here.
Mhm.
So was there interest in, this account that was not supposed to be in this account? Is that why it's lower to 95? In the interest account? Or is it posted someplace else?
I'm trying to see how we came up with that. We will need to change that. I have notes on it. Down, so. I have to look on my desk as to why I changed it that there was a reason for changing it. I think I'm looking on this paper right here. Well, I have to find that the reason why I went that way, but there was a reason. I don't have it written down here. There's so many scribbles. I put a circle there, and while we going through it, I'll go back in the office and see what I scribbled on there.
Okay.
These miscellaneous receipts are quite a bit different too.
Yeah.
Well,
That is the $196,000 check that you guys discussed in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was taken out of there and it was put into the account that it was supposed to go into. So that's,
But you're talking 360,000 different.
there's 119 that the accountants are trying to figure out where that money goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And then 196,000 that was taken out of there because it wasn't, it was put into the account, but it was never dispersed.
See this, that came from the 300,000 number, but it's still there. We don't know we don't know where it goes. I mean, how it's supposed to be dispersed. The accountants did that, put it there, and they haven't given us a legitimate answer. It has been there since March, right?
And I'd had a question mark on that one initially, because it seemed like an awful big bucket for miscellaneous, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did that in March.
Even with those other two accounts, it was still $45,000 difference.
Do we have like for this thing, like a chart of account with that miscellaneous receipts, do we have like a kitty that those receipts are in that we can show that different? Like, how do you guys keep it up here in the computer as far as can you print out this on its own, is what I'm asking.
690,
Yeah.
account 690.
Yeah, you can? Okay.
Any of these accounts can be printed
Yeah,
on
they
the
can
rec.
be printed out.
That'll be one we'll definitely, okay, and that'll show us actually.
And that's
what
how,
we're
actually
looking-
how we found, how a couple things were found.
Yeah.
Is by
Right,
looking at
okay.
that, so.
Yeah,
But there, before October the 14th, some of these monies were sitting there, but they weren't headed. You didn't know where they were, what they were for. Somebody knew who did it. And I know the accountant had something to do with it because I grilled him. And I asked him how many times, ladies, I asked him 2 or 3 questions. Oh, that's a good question. I'm not for sure, but well, that didn't help me.
Well, that's not an acceptable answer from an accountant.
That we're paying a lot of money to.
no, huge difference, yeah.
That's,
And the last communication with them, they're looking up now and gonna give us the right numbers for her, but she don't have them right now. I don't have them either. I talked to him. She doesn't either. But so that's why that money's still sitting there in miscellaneous. We don't know what else to call it or where to ship it to, or do we? Anybody disagree with what I'm saying?
there's not an audit trail that can figure, or it's too.
Well,
old.
it's pulling the account and looking at it and then going at each
The
item.
individual,
Right,
yeah,
yes,
which we can do.
correct.
Does that take a lot of time, Joyce? Can we do that?
It does take time.
It does?
Mhm.
Well, I guess we'll have to write these down and see those.
I'm
if we
not
wanna keep
sure.
Track of those.
Why the miscellaneous receipt is still showing $390,000 in there when the journal entries was made.
Well, the entry you made was 196, right?
Correct.
So it won't be on there yet.
What budget are you looking at?
Me?
The 390 was the old budget.
Yeah,
This is the one that was just printed off and given to me. Did you want to see it?
does it have today's date on it?
Yeah.
So your entry of 196.
Sorry.
It
Okay.
can't be in
Okay.
there. Yeah, it will be.
That's okay.
The old one.
Yeah, the old one,
Okay.
because I'm looking at it.
It will show up, but it can't show up right yet. You just see the,
So it shows 30,000 in there right now. Is that?
It shows
what's
the
being
requested,
questioned?
still requested 30,000.
Okay.
That'd be a more logical number.
And the activity as you go through,
So, okay, so I have a question about what is the question then? Are they questioning why that 191 was there? Or what is the question that's being asked about the 191,000?
why it's so large compared to the request, the original
Okay, so
budget.
what other questions is there? Because it was fixed and it shows that it was fixed. So what is the question? And
well, the entry is here now, and yes, it's correct, and that's why it leaves that balance of 30,000. But it wasn't on their budget that they had. It's on this one we just gave them.
okay, so my question is, why are we still answering questions about that budget when this is the budget we're working off from?
Because
we wanted to know what the difference was between the new and the old budget.
they wanted to see.
It was, it's $360,000
Okay.
difference.
But now it's only just $30,000 because that entry is on there now.
Okay.
196 is on there. Okay. All right.
So we're just kind of going over the changes right now from the budget that you
Right.
gave us to the old one, right?
Basically,
Okay. So the next one is the marijuana,
yeah.
the excise tax to the licensing fee.
Mhm.
It's a big difference as well.
Yeah, because,
Touch on that.
We went.
yeah, you can.
So you get the excise tax per operating dispensary.
Mhm.
The 58,200 was last year's per dispensary fee. I don't know what it will be for next year, or for this year, I guess. But we've had 2 of our 3 dispensaries closed. So we will not be receiving it for 2 of them.
Gotcha.
So
That makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Cody.
to the 3, we only got 1.
You said 2 out of the 3 closed?
Yeah. There's hope that the one up here on West Michigan will open back up. I'm not sure what
I
the,
hope it don't, but that's just me.
I'm not sure what the cutoff is for how long it needs to operate within the year for us to be allocated the full amount. That one was
Yeah.
open, I think, until May, and the one that closed on North Ave was open until March. But I don't expect to see anything, just, you know, not even
Yeah.
half a year.
Have they closed due to theft and break-ins, or what's the
Just the
reason?
industry.
Industry, because there's so many.
Yes.
Market saturated.
Or, okay. I'm ready to move to page 2, just on changes whenever anybody else is ready.
Last big one.
And page 2 is the changes line. 600,000 different estimated revenue. Yep. So on that one, the old one was the 34, 3,443,322, and this one's 2,855, excuse me, 969.
That's the grand total, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we made quite a few changes from.
What differentiated that total, I guess, is my question.
Why is it lower?
Mhm.
Yeah, by 587,000.
Yeah, it went from 3,443,322 to 2,855,969.
That's all Barry's budget, so
The tooth budget?
that was Barry's, he did that. You're looking at this number?
Mm-hmm.
Requested 20.
But who's watching that? 'Cause
Request.
Barry's not here. I mean, I guess who keeps track of that? Because Barry's been gone for a while.
Well, the supervisor that we haven't had is supposed to be doing that, and nobody else was here to do that, so.
What was the question?
Differences
Right here, these new.
Page number 2.
$600,000 difference.
From,
the old
The
budget
old
was,
budget to the new budget.
okay.
Mhm. So Christie's saying that was Barry who did this,
This
but
was
he's
his
been gone.
budget, yeah.
Right. But hasn't that budget, nothing's been done with that budget in 6 months? I guess that's my question.
Well, the account, or the auditor, or sorry, the accountant was in there that gave the numbers, as far as I know. Nobody we haven't had a supervisor, so,
We have had a supervisor.
well, I mean, we do now, but I mean, we haven't.
We had, yeah, Terry, but
Yeah.
My confusion lies on, it says 2026 requested budget. Both of these categories are for a future budget, not a current budget. So that's got me a little confused.
Yeah.
Why would that have anything to do with Barry?
mhm.
Because
You're talking this and what's been used. That would be a question for probably, Rod.
Who's wrong?
He's the accountant.
Rob, you said?
Rod.
Rod,
All I can base this on is the revenues that we have available to come in, where these other numbers came in because if you look at 2024, there's two numbers here that I don't understand. 2,809,000 and then 5 million. And then
So the original budget was 3 million, and then the actual activity to that, 2025 brought in 3.7 million. So our request is 2.8 million. As we're reading this, our request as a board is 2026 requested is 2.8 million.
Well, when you guys met with the accountant, he didn't notice that that difference wasn't,
That there was a lot of more income than anticipated.
which is good to have the income.
That is good, but that's just maybe not shooting as high in the
Mhm.
original 2025 budget.
oh, we're losing some revenue.
Mhm.
No,
But also, we really didn't work with him. He worked on this the accountant, and then would just call us and tell us, okay, you can print this off, or okay, you can print that off. Because Joyce and I, neither one of us,
So it's always better to, anticipate lower and be surprised, as opposed to
'Cause
anticipate high and then come out
This may
short.
come out better than what we're asking right now, but, you know, it's speculation here.
The other question I have is in reading a lot of the information from MTA, there's a concern for the state shared revenues not being what.
Yes.
Are we pretty positive that this,
They're anticipating ours
Ours
is
is about
40,000.
$40,000 difference.
so this 995 from page one is likely to come out $45,000 shy of that? Or am I reading this wrong?
It could potentially come up that way.
The shared loss is estimated, but it's estimated at around, they said between $38,000 and $40,000. So we won't know exactly now, but we can prepare for that in our heads.
The loss is based on which number? The original budgeted number for 2025? Is that what we're doing?
The, no, the 995 is with the anticipated 40,000 less.
Oh, that is.
That is
this
with it.
shortfall.
That's,
Okay.
That
that's,
was my question.
that's
Is that number gonna?
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
As you can see, prior, we were at, the original 2025 budget, or the activity for 2024 was over $1 million.
Yeah, it's all included, everything is.
No, that, I was just curious how solid that
Yeah,
number was.
that's the anticipated
All
amount.
right.
Which should not be
With,
less.
no, it should not be less.
Okay.
And does that loss vary by township, obviously? Is
It
that what it
does.
is
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's calculated?
Yeah.
Okay.
would it be parks as well? By how many parks are in the area? Is that,
I can't speak to that. I don't know.
okay.
No, I don't think that determines it. Actually, when we get to parks, we're in good shape with that.
Well, I was just asking, cause it's a line item on there as well, so I didn't know if they based how much money they gave you on how many parks they have in their area.
Oh, page 3, right?
Did we finish the changes or we? What are we doing?
All of them are presented.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You should be, that was the only thing on page 2.
Yeah. Okay. Page 3, I'm not sure. I don't see any changes on this one. I don't think.
I don't see any either.
No.
Page 4, and then we can go back and start on page 1 after we do the differences.
Just out of curiosity, is there a reason why? I gotta look at my notes. Under the clerk category, there's the deputy is not listed, but under the treasurer, the deputy is listed.
Do they come out of the general fund or do they automatically?
Yeah, they do, general fund. The deputy, is listed under elections for the.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't see anything in the fall. Do you know your changes, Randy? Did you have any more changes on the rest of these pages?
Let's see.
The only thing that, when we do, when we go to the salary, we don't present that, right?
Yeah, I think we should set page one and do each item.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some, salary requests in my department. And, wasn't gonna present them tonight though, I was trying to get it. By the time we had the, if we're gonna be on target with our December 9th. But okay, you wanna go down what page you wanna start down with?
What are we gonna do now?
You want to go back to page one.
And start and do line item by line item, right?
Yeah, I'm good, and then we can make the changes as we go with our questions.
We can circle questions and come back to them.
So Joyce, right now it's 101,664, 101,690 that we would like to see the printouts of those. You said that'd take a little while? I'm just kind of making a
664.
list of what we.
I'm highlighting them as well.
Okay, thank you.
690 and which one?
664, 101.
Okay.
For right now, that was just changing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is anybody else cold?
A little bit,
Can I turn the heat up in here a little bit?
bother me.
Are you guys good? With that? Do what?
Mike's sweating back there. Mike's in the crowd.
Want me to just go down the line?
You all right, Mike?
Just
You
let
okay if
them
we raise
highlight
that?
anything they're asking.
Okay.
And then
It is a little chillier than normal.
anything
Yes, it
that
is.
anyone-
I'm missing all that body heat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back over the starting with, line one. Does anybody got anything, or do you want me to read them all?
Maybe we could read each line item as we go and then see if we have anything. I'm good.
Okay,
with
okay, dog license, $200.
number.
Township tax. $229,520. Police millage,
That's at the 3.5.
yeah,
Okay.
809,000.
When's the contract? When do we gotta read it?
839.
It's
839.
839,62.
This year? Yeah. What'd you ask, Bruce, on the contract? Yeah, for the police. They said next year. Next year.
Is that
I'll
a
double
3,
check them.
is that a 3-year contract each time? Or
Thought
how
it was
many?
It
5.
was
5?
a 5, but it's due, it's up
Next
for
year.
26.
Mhm. Okay.
As already kind of brushed that subject, broached it with the new chief. He came out to meet us and talked. We didn't talk about exactly negotiate the budget, but he knows it's up, and that came up.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon or something. What's his last name? Yeah, Bagley. Yeah.
So we'll have plenty of time on that one, notice all that good stuff for the contract before it comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to put in different numbers now because that's gonna be, you said up in 26?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be higher than 839.
So this is
Why you
the,
sure of that?
these are revenues.
Okay.
These
okay.
aren't expenditures.
But, you know, since we don't assume that we're gonna have to pay him a lot more. I don't.
Yeah, well,
I
you,
don't
yeah,
think
you don't know.
Well, no, of course, you just have to negotiate.
But it's like anything else.
No,
I mean,
no.
not too much stuff goes down anymore.
It might not be as much as increases as you anticipate on. And he seemed to be very appreciative. Now, they had a lot of problems out here, and, you know, but now things have changed a little bit. He appreciates the fact that I understand they can do things for us that the sheriff department can't.
Mhm.
And so he also gave me that persona and that feeling that he appreciated us. So if he does, and the new supervisor, she's brand new, so she's gonna go along with his, I think, his feeling about it, and I think he'll treat us right, you know.
I think they do well here with us. I think
They do.
they're Really good
I
support.
wouldn't want to lose
Yeah,
here.
no, I think they do really well.
A lot more resources with the
Mhm.
police department. Got it, great.
Okay, where was I at?
Administration. fees.
Administrative fees, I already addressed that, so it's not that 288, it's the 238.
Mhm.
One oh two, three, four, five.
Hmm?
Okay,
Okay, and the street lights. That 102, let me get on here, son. My eyes go, my eyes been wiggly, weak. Farm, yeah, I know. The fire millage. 101 even, 101,000.
No, that's straight light.
Wait a minute. And then, yeah, see, I gotta put it up. Street,
you'll see the, fire millage in the fire department 205.
That's where it
206.
belongs, doesn't,
right,
doesn't belong here.
right.
Well, and we're still trying to get the chart of accounts figured out. That should have been done 3 years ago.
And see, that's the one I told you, it was in the 101 account and moved to 206.
So that would adjust the, bottom line on page 2 by
Mhm.
200,000 in the second column, the activity column.
So that would cover that. Well, yeah, there's still,
Right, but
Yeah.
that's a little bit.
yeah, that makes it closer.
Okay,
Trailer fees in and out,
What is that?
It's the trailer parks, it's the $3 per parcel that they pay us, and we have to send $250 of it to Calhoun County, and we get to keep 50 cents of it. So it's their fee.
So it's like a mobile home.
It's kind of
Okay.
their, yeah, it's their
Okay.
property taxes.
Okay.
and $1,500 on vacant lot abandoned registrations.
That's
Are you
delinquent
delinquent
property
taxes?
tax.
Where am I at? Oh, delinquent taxes. Yeah,
Personal property.
okay, that was 1,500.
Pretty low.
That is wrapped around the trailer parks again. That's, if somebody doesn't pay their personal property, which could be their stairs or their screen door or an overhang or, some of them don't pay their taxes on it.
Vacant and abandoned registration, $100.
so we have that as activity, but we don't have any requested for next year.
Don't foresee any of that.
And we haven't had it for 24.
It looks like it does.
Yeah, so it doesn't belong.
I don't think I've seen it for 23 either.
Liquor fees, 5,500, 24, that's 24. So, there's nothing there.
For activity, for request.
2,900.
That just goes back to like the gas stations and all that stuff for their, is that what is the liquor fees that we do?
Do you know, Cody?
I have no idea. I don't deal with anything with her.
Who deals with the liquor fees?
I believe that's county.
Oh.
liquor control.
Yeah, that's strictly county control.
Okay.
And just think off the top of my head, we don't have that many places. Got a few.
I think we have 8. I remember last time I looked at
Something like that.
8?
I believe
Here.
so.
That includes the restaurant.
I think so.
Yeah. Local community stabilization.
So again, give us some grace for new, what exactly is the stabilization?
Those funds come from the county as well. We're not sure.
We're gonna find it.
I don't exactly know what it is.
Do you know, you don't, Joy? No?
I do not know. But I will.
But there was 12 asked prior, so like we did before, we tried to make sure we had enough. We asked for a little more, whatever it's for. Or budgeted for it, put it that way. Okay. State shared revenues, is that the line I'm on?
Yeah.
We went through that one.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Extensively. Grant,
So that 9,500 for 24, what grant was that?
anybody know?
I do not know. It
I
could
do
have
not
been an election grant. I would be guessing. So I can find out for sure.
County Parks rec and mileage.
We don't have anything now on for the 25.
Isn't that on a separate account?
The parks and,
Under Parks and Rec? Yeah, these two,
Issue. That's fine.
just a different account number, it looks like.
yeah,
Well,
it's there.
Is one county and one ours, or?
No, I think it's
Money
just-
We got from the county.
Looks like they just moved it to a direct account.
Yeah, that was just moved. Where we at? Local grant?
In my question, the 101,581, that local grant going over to the Parks and Rec with a chart of accounts, shouldn't those numbers be closer? Since that grant is the park? I see it's in the estimated revenues, but if it has to do with the park, should that be a chart of account the same close or not?
What are we talking about? The 4,800?
No, the 9,500 grant. It's in 101-000.000-5.
9,500 grant.
Correct.
For
So
2004.
if that is park, then I thought the chart of accounts would be under with the park.
The 9,500?
Mm-hmm. As you said, you thought it was a grant for the
No,
park, is that
No, I thought it was a grant for elections.
Elections.
for elections?
Mhm.
Okay. So would that go to elections?
So these are the, it would have been money that was brought in.
Mhm.
So they would have brought a check in or sent a check or a, electronic transfer.
Yeah, a reimbursement. That's just my question. The chart of accounts I thought would be a closer number, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
But this can have any kind of grants. So if you had a water grant or a
Mm-hmm.
sewer grant, any grants can go into that category.
Okay.
That threw me off there, the grant. I didn't see where parks, that's on the next line, so that threw me right off.
No, it was the county parks and millage was underneath that where it says grant.
Oh,
The grant says 9,500 and the
yeah, I got
county
it.
parks and rec millage was under it.
Yeah, that's totally different. Okay, so we're at the county parks and rec millage.
And that's moved to the next page.
Yeah, move that down. Cemetery foundations,
Well, we have that local grant above there. The 48, is that possible, the donuts and coffee, donuts and conversation?
I can look.
I do believe that is the number.
That's it. Okay.
I can't be 100% sure. But I do believe that the 48, I believe is the donuts and
That'd be a close-
conversation. The
And then
numbers,
my question on that, when do we submit again for that? Cause that's a good thing, I know people come
December.
for that, okay, and you're,
December,
okay. Okay. And who will, yeah, well,
the supervisor.
okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people show up for that, don't they? I mean,
They do still enjoy it.
yeah, so.
Mhm.
it's
There
a
was
grant,
about
but-
a month ago and there was quite a few people here
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
they enjoy it.
Yeah, that'd be nice to keep that grant going for them.
Where we at? Cemetery,
Mhm.
5,000.
This is revenue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Grave openings and closings. 10,000.
So if you don't mind, I have a question on that. The grave openings and closings and the foundation. So just how, I guess, because I don't know how that works, with the grave openings and closings, if anybody wants to schedule a service,
Mhm.
do they come in here to the office and meet with you? Do they meet
They
Thor?
do.
They do.
They can do both. So
Mhm.
they'll call and ask for an opening or closing or a burial. And then I'll check with Thor for dates, see what he has. Meet back with them. They come and pay for it
Mhm.
here in the office, and it's run through the treasurer's office.
And then the funeral homes deliver the vaults themselves, and then who sets those vaults?
The cemetery.
Oh, you guys,
Oh, the vaults for
is
the
it
from the
Richie that
funeral
sets
home.
them, does the setup,
Richie,
Richie
yeah.
does the over, okay.
Mhm. We just do the opening, the
Okay.
digging.
You dig and then you cover as well?
Correct.
Okay.
That's pretty standard with any cemetery, right? You out there where you are, right?
We do our own.
Oh,
Mhm.
You're bigger.
A little bit, a little bit bigger, not too much,
Just
but a
a few
little bit.
acres. Like 10 times bigger.
Probably most of my family will do what that. I mean, I got a lot of family out there. You
Mhm.
we're with police and fire.
This activity that's in there
It's huge.
doesn't go in there. It's the $10 that's true.
Yeah,
This
So
is,
that 892 needs to go away?
no, it's in their budget.
yeah, it's powerful.
So that 892 in both of you there, you're saying?
No.
And we move that under police and fire. When we get there, you'll see it, right?
Who are you asking?
Oh, I'm making that statement.
I was like, I didn't have anything to do with that article was closed out.
It's it'd be a police and fire. Cemetery lot purchases. $9,000. And I already told you, I'll get you the answer why that adjustment was that different on the interest, but
Okay.
I got it somewhere.
That's the 664, okay.
Yeah. I scribbled it down, but I got so many scribbles of election reimbursements. 10,000, 15, 11, okay, $21,000.
With anticipation of getting reimbursed for the school elections and then some of the 9 days of early voting.
Insurance reimbursement. Nothing there. We already did the miscellaneous receipts.
Yeah.
Burn that horse again. Water department. 1,000. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Cablevision franchise fees estimated at 85,000. That's an increase.
Is that based on how many use it, or how is that franchise fee done?
I would imagine,
I'm imagining by subscribers.
Subscriber base,
Yeah.
I would suspect,
Yeah,
but I don't think it includes internet. They only get internet, that's not Cablevision. Cause they differentiate now,
do they?
Xfinity does,
Mhm.
but maybe we don't.
Well,
I
that's,
don't,
I think that's who it comes through, is Comcast does not.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
It
if
is
was gonna
Comcast
happen.
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Comcast.
Is it not by the towers that they have or the cables that they have?
I have no way of knowing, but I just know it's a by subscription. But, are you sure that fiber's not gonna come into this?
Probably.
I think that's
So
why,
they're losing subscribers on
Yeah.
the cable side,
yeah,
but they're gaining them on fiber.
yeah, I think that's why
Well, they have
we see an increase. Because see, I think we talked about this before, they're setting the infrastructure. And even, they'll make money by having the infrastructure for anybody, all the other carriers to plug into their, so it's gonna be, we'll show an advantage to it, you know? In other words, I don't know how many different, internet companies are around here, you know, but they'll have to use that infrastructure, so they're gonna charge them.
Yeah.
You know,
And we still have parts of the township that don't have good service.
right, right,
That, put that on the list
you know.
someday.
It's sort of a boom for us. Okay, cable at 85,000. Debt. Oh, wait, what's that? Transfers, is that what is next?
Mhm.
So what would be included in that transfer?
I have no idea,
Well, we won't, I don't know.
but I highlighted it.
Yeah,
I'll never find out. It's a big number.
Yeah, that is.
very big number.
I suspect something's getting straightened out. That was classified as discussing.
Then we got, debt proceeds. Nothing there. So, yeah, so in the year projected is 25 for 2,544,166. Okay. Rental registrations. Did we go over that? Did we go over that? Okay. 500 bucks.
Is that because the rental registrations are every 5 years? Or every 2 years?
6,
6,
3 to 6.
6 years?
okay, so they're staggered, but the lion's share happened.
Yeah, when I first started, that's why, 2025. We hope to have that bigger.
Okay.
So I've been contacting them.
Okay.
As if we can tell, most rentals are registered right now through the next couple of years. There's a lot that we thought were coming up. Then I looked at the date, the system was only with them for 2 years. So I was getting notifications they were expiring, then I fixed what they were actually supposed to be, and then they don't expire until 2028. Well, you know.
So that makes sense.
Marijuana licensing fee at 150,000. Excise tax estimated at 58,000. We explained that already.
Yep.
Remember?
Good.
from 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Marijuana, 208,200 bucks. Livestock, $450. Urban livestock.
What is included in that registration? Again, I don't know these things, that's why I'm asking, I apologize, but for the livestock. Obviously, it's for the animals, but what is
It's
it?
a 1-year registration for urban livestock, with hens, pygmy goats, honeybees, and rabbits. Then the residential area was $50 for the initial permit and then $10 for the renewal.
And every year you have to renew that? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's in our rural residential.
All residential.
Yeah, all of
Yep. The rural residential agricultural open space, so doesn't need those. Sometimes they'll still get them just to be a little careful, but.
Okay, we got building department funds and permits, 34,000.
So permits are in and out. Right?
Say it again?
They're in and out.
Yes.
A big variance on those can be.
It seems like, we're budgeting 10,000 less than what activity is showing for the building permits.
We have had
It's 10,000 difference.
Yeah,
a very busy year, that tornado that hit in May.
okay.
We've had, I mean.
So I guess it's better to go,
Permits just this year. And
So,
we did raise the prices this year, if you remember.
okay,
So instead of $50 for the admin fees, we now do 75.
and
So
we
we keep the admin fee, everything else.
went from 43 to 34, but it may come in better than that.
all right, so it's a win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Electrical permits, 15. Not much difference in that one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 7,000, which was estimated a little higher for 26. Mechanical permits, 14,406, and I got 14,000, about the same thing. Okay. Building the departmental funds, 70,000 from 79 to 70,000.
Nice cautious number.
Yeah.
I like cautious numbers.
Office fund. We don't have nothing for that. Okay, let's see.
We've ordered gravel. Right, we just approved the gravel for the parking lot, so that should show up in the activity
I've been,
for,
the last one is the ARPA funds
Yeah.
on the last.
oh, sorry.
Our ARPA's over. I did allocate the.
Yeah,
a bit of
that's
that
what,
last year. That was the COVID fund.
So that's zeroed out.
Yep.
well, it's all gone. Page 218, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Estimated revenues. County parks, local millage. 32,653. Page 3.
Put it over here in this one.
What is it?
Put it back there, okay?
I did something with it. There, that's what I did with it. Okay. Appropriations. We're on page 3 now. Everybody with me?
Mhm.
Okay, bank service charge, $750, from $900 to $750.
What does that actually cost? I thought when we went to this new bank, there wasn't gonna be no charges.
And it's not, it's a business, so they still have to make money somehow. We still have to pay for the checks that they give us to use. If there's bounce check fees from somebody that bounces a check to us, there is gonna be some fees, but there's a lot less fees at this bank than there is at the other one.
Yeah, for a business account, that's
Yeah.
the
That's
transactions and the volume we have. This is a good deal.
Right?
It's multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it could just
Okay.
be for the, having the check scanner instead of that kind of stuff.
Okay, we got, general operating salaries. 15,000. From 12 to 15,000.
Whose salaries are that, is that for?
That's the board.
You guys.
That's just for the trustees?
Correct.
Or, okay, trustees only?
Yes. And I don't think there should be numbers in there. I think this is what the board fills in there.
You say you don't think there should be
The-
numbers?
I mean, I think that the board should decide on salaries.
Yeah,
And that's coming, we'll do that later, but this is kind of,
Well, it kind of is, needs to be done and discussed because it's for the budget moving
oh,
forward.
correct, but I'm saying if we're going through, are we gonna do salaries now or just go to the other parts here and come back to salaries at the end?
whichever way you guys wanna do
But do salaries as all one bucket.
Together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if we should just switch to,
it. Get down to the supervisor.
So isn't there other things that need to be looked at underneath general operations besides salaries?
yeah, on
I
that
mean, is
one.
that what we're,
Yeah, we'll finish out that category and then we'll move to past the salaries and then finish up and then come back to that last, if everybody's good with that.
But so we're down, we're at social security.
we can probably bounce down one more to office supplies.
Okay, office supplies, $7,500.
And is that 7,500 for general operating for those office supplies, whose budget would that include?
So that would be anything that it takes to like. Any office supplies are part of that.
For
Any
all of you
like
guys.
paper, unless
The whole building?
the whole building elections is separate,
Yeah.
because I track it. But,
So this is you, deputy, everybody, okay.
So I have a question on the office supplies. 2024, it was 11,000, then the activity was 11,552. And for the budget last year, it was 12,000. Is it the 7.5 now because the activity was only at 5116? So we didn't keep it up where it was?
right, I don't know where the 2026 is coming from.
Okay.
Oh.
And does that include the stamp? The stamp
No.
machine? Okay.
Community enrichment.
What is that? What does that include?
Well,
Hold on.
hmm,
I said I'll look into it. I highlighted it. Unless you know what it is.
not as, no, I did, that's why.
I mean, as a whole, you know what it is, but not as this item.
Specifically, I don't know what to say. I don't know how, they used $11,000 for community enrichment. What it for? I don't know what that would have
No,
been.
that was off
No,
of supply.
that's off of supply.
Where we at?
We're,
Oh,
you're one down from that.
oh, $2,200, $2,100. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they used it for, but
I don't.
we'll find out. Yeah, that was the office supplies that we took down. Man, yeah, attorney fees. 38,000.
Does that include everybody's usage here for the attorney for the year?
Now,
Except,
because,
planning commission has,
PC,
and
Right.
the planning commission
And the planning commission.
and the assessor. And building department.
audit cost. That's the big one, 55,000. But it didn't change, it only changed $1 from last year, but I just,
Well, we had, the River Road project was water, and so you have to do a single audit for that, so that's
Mm.
extra on top of our regular audit.
yeah. DSA people are telling me, when we switch, that's gonna save audit costs, make it lower, I don't know, but
What do you mean with that BSNA? Is it that they can, with the BSNA, they can take over our auditing?
Mm-mm.
What does that mean, I guess? I'm sorry.
no, it means to have to get in touch with the auditors as much as we do, and
Mhm.
they charge. DSA said they got something, the answers will be in their new software.
So
we
we could,
won't have to use them as much, but there's been good reviews and bad reviews about the new software. But here's the bite the nail part on that. Eventually, there's only going to be that cloud new software production. So whether it's good or not, eventually this coming up in 26, there's not going to be an option because it's going to be extinct, the version that's out there now.
They gave you a date?
I pressed him as much as I can, and they want me to call again. But I'm just saying the mindset has to be, I love my Apple 12 Pro, but they don't make them no more.
Yeah, I knew that they were pushing it out, but they hadn't given us an end date yet on it.
So-
You have to
so-
switch over.
So when it's not there anymore, we won't have no option. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, but I'm throwing that out there. Okay.
Well, on that 55,518, if that River Road project was a one-time special assessment, do we need to budget that much for
So,
26?
so it's not closed yet, so
Fair
it
enough.
still will need an audit.
Fair enough, thank you.
Mhm.
They're getting close to, closing it though,
That's not, yeah, right?
but officially it's not. Where am I at?
Professional.
Professional services. 33,000.
So this includes like McKenna doing the CIPs, capital improvement plans. It includes, CEI engineers. Mhm.
Technology services,
Membership dues.
membership dues. Okay.
What does that include in those dues?
Okay. 10,500.
MTA, those are membership dues for one,
Mhm.
yeah.
Which MTA I think is a great resource.
They do have.
Yeah, lots to reach out. I'm really trying to spend some time on that.
Technology services. 18,000.
No,
No, where am I at?
55,000.
55,000.
So that's VC three. The computer people.
That's BC3 alone, or is there anybody else with that?
The telecom too, or telnet, the phone.
For the, yeah,
So that's my question, the telenet, that's the Bronson, is that what we're talking about?
No,
No, we're
those
talking
are
about-
desk phones.
Oh, got you.
Phones.
Okay, yeah,
Telnet, telecom, I forget what their exact name is, but
yeah, okay.
On that military expenses.
Business software.
that was easy.
18,000.
Mhm.
Yeah. Millage and expenses, $50.
So that's mileage if anyone's driving to someplace.
That's that. Oh, mileage.
So why is that,
When I said millage and expenses, mileage.
why is that just $50? Is that in the wrong spot
It doesn't look like it's had activity, and so,
under that account number?
yeah,
Right.
Okay.
so I don't know where the 50 came from. Is that from the auditor? Is
Yep.
that from the accountant?
It was
in that
already in,
chart?
yeah.
So do we have multiple mileage accounts?
gotta have.
We do.
Yeah.
It is.
That only be
Because we've seen other.
So each department has one, the election clerk,
Fair enough.
treasurer.
This is just for the one department. Thank you.
You know, this has been a change because some boards like all the mileage in one pot. Some like the mileage split up between the departments. And that's the same with like, technology or office supplies. So it depends on the board, how they like it.
I like the department.
Right.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I just.
No more of a breakdown, for sure.
Okay, we got, printing and publications. $10,250.
That's up a little bit.
So publications are, up a little bit as well, like for the newspaper, because we're still required to put notices in the newspaper.
So that's not election notices, that's just for like our meetings, things like that, or whatever needs to go in there for. Okay.
Insurance. 55,000. Education training. 2,500.
That 2,500, that's not for like clerk, treasurer, or anybody else. You
No,
guys
it's
have
for
your
the
own
board.
in your,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
And, the thought process, like it was so high last year because it was a brand new board, like it was just after election, so well, everyone wanted to partake in the larger classes.
So our books that you ordered us, things like that would come out of this as far as education?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you see, last week I sent you guys, everybody, while of course it was coming up. It was, well, it's go over now.
Lunch and learn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think 25 is enough?
I would probably say a little bit more, especially if there's classes that they need to take or should take
Or
or
wanted to.
not need or wanted, yeah. And if they needed other books at these conferences, then maybe,
And
because there's a lot of stuff out there and there's good learning tools with it.
so
I'd like to do the online seminar.
I was gonna say a lot of them are online and Zooms, but the
MMT or MTA still has some for trustees as well, though.
Mhm.
yeah,
Some of the
I sent
classes
them
that
one
you can
last
go.
week.
Okay.
I sent them a
Yeah.
notification last week. The classes are cheap, but the books aren't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would think if you guys, don't feel like that's enough, because 4 or 5 of you get into something 2 times, that's gonna about eat this money right up. What Cody, you ever, you got anybody idea about how much one of them MTA books cost for a course? By heart? Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
so generally speaking, like the planning commission books, like if we were to get everybody a set of everything they need, it's gonna be probably between $350 and $400 per person.
Oh.
So 7-member board, 7-member commission, and that's without taking any of the classes. The classes are normally between like 100, and I'm gonna say 150, depends on if you register early. If you register early, you get a discount. And then there'll be the option to buy some of those books. Generally, if you picked up the other books that you would generally want us to have, that's what they're, I guess, lesson or teaching about, so you'll already have that book. But there are some times where there's a registration fee and it's a specialized book that you would have to buy. But I would say that if you're on board and you're gonna try and get the books that you need and then do a training, just one a year, you're probably looking at between, I'd say, $400 and $700 a person.
Well, I'd say we need to double that probably.
Assuming that everybody's gonna do it, by the way, not
Yeah,
me.
but it'd be nice to have it sitting there. It's 25. Should we make that 5? Double
at
it?
least.
You good?
Better to have and don't use it than a course come up and no, you don't have the money,
Mhm.
you know. We're at postage.
So we're gonna change that to 5 then?
Yeah.
Postage,
Yes.
let's see. $32.50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that just for on the general operating? That postage is elsewhere as well? Okay.
Capital outlay at 80.
So what's that for?
Well,
Under this category?
well, is it was there with you guys before, so I don't
I just
know.
don't know what.
I
Do we
don't,
have-
I don't know
Do we have
exactly.
anticipation of needing something?
I don't know exactly how it would be utilized, but you can't lose. But it was in the budget prior for you guys.
Just doubled almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess is there a reason it doubled? That's 36 something more thousand.
what I'll try to do tomorrow, if we get information for you, is to see if it was ever used for anything.
Yeah, what it's used for.
Yeah.
Or if
Just
there's
get-
something in anticipation of
that would be needed for it?
Well, it was used to the tune of $43,759, but we're still requesting almost double that for 2026.
Well, all the capital outlay, as you see when I go down there, I put more. Because you don't know, it's speculative, but I don't know exactly what this was used for, but in other areas where there is capital outlay, I double them all.
I know that we're gonna have to have some sort of heat for the cemetery staff. I don't know if it's,
And the reason I double is because you're speculating, right? Well, this guy come up here and he said, well, it's $7,000, but we only got, well, say he says it's $30,000 to fix something on the roof or something like that, and I only budget 25. Now we got to bring it back to the board, get approval and everything while it's still leaking in here. I'm not saying it's leaking now, I'm using that as an example. I'd rather we pay him the $30,000 and have 20,000 left over in capital outlay than, because we only meet once a month and you guys are already hard to catch up with, but the emergency's not. So why would we have more and have it to give back then we don't have enough? And that's what capital outlay is for, is the speculatory something come up, we don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I understand that, but the doubling kind of confuses me a little bit because our roof is new, our furnace, I don't think it's that old, is it? So there's not a lot that would break down,
Right.
my
Right.
thought.
but across
no,
it,
it's a
but
good
there's
building.
also 2 fire stations outside of this one, and the cemetery heat is. There's something needs to be happening with that, it's not enough, it's not working right, and that is an old unit,
Yeah.
30 years old.
But that would be in that one, yeah, okay.
So, but what may bring light to it is the contingency fund has a 0 funding. So that may be the roll up into,
Well, that's
The capital outlay.
the thinking, to put it in, take away from the contingency and put it in the capital outlay. If the money stayed in the contingency, and I'm sure somebody can explain this better than me, is specifically for something that you know, or you determine. If it's capital outlay, you don't know what it's gonna be.
So in capital outlay, you can kind of allocate it to whatever would need to be done.
Yeah, versus I put $50,000 in to sidewalk repair.
Mhm,
That's what you gotta use it for.
mhm.
Can you explain it better? You wanna help me out?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so capital outlay is gonna be something that you're specifically laying capital for, so that's gonna be a specific request that you are aware of for a specific thing. The contingency fund, I would describe as, if the heat at the, cemetery stops working and we are not planning on, replacing it, then you would tap into a contingency fund. As far as the capital outlay from this year, I mean, I don't know, the alarm system in the ponds that we had to have redone comes to mind. I remember that. I thought was like a big number, like 40.
I think 27.
27. Okay. So that would be something, I'm just trying to justify or give you an example of what the capital outlay could have been from this year.
Mhm.
And that would have been an expense that we would have known about because that had been in the works a while. All right. Yeah, so capital outlay would be like something like that, like we know, like the BSNA software you guys are discussing going away, we're gonna have to go to the cloud, so capital outlay to get us into the cloud, whatever that is. And then contingency would be, roof leak, furnace, toilet, I don't know.
So it almost sounds like we might be backwards on that.
Yeah, so Ray, you had it right, you just reversed what you were saying, like, the capital outlay is specific to something that is coming, and then contingency.
Something long-term.
Is just, stuff that pops up.
So maybe
so,
we should have more contingency than,
Right,
Outlay.
Right,
I guess that was my point of.
Correct, yeah, you
confusion.
could, no, I mean, Joyce is sitting there saying that, we know we're gonna have to do something with the cemetery furnace. So it's up to the board's discretion. Do you take it out of the contingency or do you make it a capital outlay? Because you know you're gonna have to do something with it.
With regard to the heat at the cemetery, is that in one of the buildings that is gonna be not needing to be tore down or?
Correct.
Well, then we should probably budget to have that.
Do we have a
Repair.
bid on it yet?
No,
No bid?
I think they've talked to, come in for a split.
Send it to me as well as, working on the land bank. We've got the power turned off the station, now we're working on gas, so that's another thing we can plan for, is we're gonna have to either move their overhead gas heater over to a propane one, or spend 10 times as much moving the gas from the station building back to the cemetery office. But like, exactly, propane would be way cheaper, and I've looked at propane overhead heaters, and you can get those with $800 to $1,500. To replace their natural gas one they have now that's like 40 years old.
So that could be coming to the board soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the next meeting actually.
So it probably doesn't make sense to not fund contingency.
So I have another question. When it goes underneath the capital outlay and contingency fund, when we go to the cloud, isn't that going to also be like $50,000? So is that something that has to also be put in there? Or is that gonna go underneath something else?
Under BSNA, or
Have we got bids on that to know what that cost would be?
Bids for the
BSNA?
BSNA?
Yeah, when we go to the cloud, have we?
You don't get a bid, they tell you how
Yeah,
much it
the
is.
board,
or-
correct, the board
Yeah, but
already,
do we have a?
the board already approved it.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
move.
Do you remember how much that was? I
I
don't.
don't,
It's quite a bit. I mean, if you look at the
Yeah.
bid
That's a
they
big
cost
number.
last year, it was 65,000. We
Yeah.
ordered for 2025, so a lot of that was the
Mhm,
cloud.
mhm.
I was just asking because I didn't know where it went or where it should go under.
right, because
Again, I think that could be your capital outlay, but we'd wanna have, so if it's gonna be 65 for that and 15 for the furnace, then we're in the bucket. We just don't have a contingency.
Capital outlay could also go towards, we have to replace a server. One of our physical servers in the storage room back there is not compatible, so it's not compatible to run the requirements that BSA cloud needs.
So are we saying, flip the capital outlay 80 grand to the contingency fund?
I don't know that I would say that, cause I think I've just heard about $80,000 in things that we have to plan for in a capital
About-
manner.
At least.
So I think we need to keep the 80,000 and possibly consider putting some contingency funds
Yeah.
in. Unless I'm missing the mark.
No.
But didn't he say there was some other capital outlay that he doubled to? I mean, is there more money or is this the only one?
No, they are.
Can I just clarify one more thing and then I'll be quiet?
No,
Yeah, no, please.
So also too, like capital outlay, that would be, also maybe, just another way to think of it, some of the stuff from like our capital improvement plan. That would be the category, I mean, it's really, I'm not saying we're trying to reinvent the wheel, but we're being very thorough here and going line by line, it's really up to the board's discretion on what category you're gonna do things, so like the capital improvement plan would be, you have capital outlay for something specifically from that, as another example, I guess. So Randy said it right the first time, he just had it reversed.
Yeah.
Just as another example, you guys are talking about what possible capital outlay, but I don't think we wanna open that can of worms tonight. Right.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of funds in capital outlay for cemetery.
Mhm. All right. Are we good with leaving 80 in capital?
Where we at now?
are we funding contingency?
I would hope we fund some contingency. I would be nervous to have nothing in there.
Gotta come from somewhere. Just in case.
Take it.
Any suggestions?
Okay, so
Well, that's something we'll have to go back and revisit. There are some adjustments gonna be made to the general fund in general. But we are in the black. Let's revisit that and get some more information. But we could move in the time being if you wanted to move the $80,000 to contingency and
Just to
then,
put it on paper for the look.
and then we're, figure out how to put some more money back in the capital outlay.
I don't know, we got some loose numbers already.
We wanna take $100,000 out of general fund.
it doesn't look like we have that much room.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking for
A different place.
a different report.
Well, let's see.
Looks like we have $168,000 of room.
Maybe 50, 60 out of there. And then 80.
We'll change it,
Mm-mm.
but we want to put a little bit in contingency, just taking away from that 168 at the end.
Yeah.
Well, if you got a little over 160 to move.
I'd say 50 and then,
15 contingency.
and then if because we can always come back in a meeting and move
Right,
around
yeah,
if we
right.
need to. It's not
Yeah, we're not finalizing nothing today.
No,
You think
That's what I'm saying, why don't you move the $80,000 and put the $50,000 in the capital outlay?
yeah, I can do either way.
switch it around, 50 in capital outlay and 80
Put the 80 in the contingency.
I'm good with that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because like we said, we can move it.
$50,000 into,
Contingency.
capital
Capital.
outlay.
80
And
in
then
contingency.
the $80,000 into contingency
Okay.
makes it a little bit more accessible and
Never know what happens.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Were you?
Yeah.
Take a few minutes break, 'cause,
Yes, please.
Please, I have to.
yeah. We're back. So where are we? I don't even know where I
I think
am.
we're at drain assessment.
Drain assessment. It was 200.
It's 45.89 and 600.
Yeah, okay, I got 45. 890, right?
So we didn't have anything budgeted for that.
No.
Well, the reason there's activity on there is, you remember, don't you, Joyce? Last winter, the drains was not put on the taxes. And so when the county calls about it, they were not put on, the taxes for last year, so that had to come from somewhere. So that's why it was paid out.
So it was just missed on going on it.
boy,
Yeah, and, these were not my taxes.
No,
I'm sorry.
I said these were not my taxes. I didn't do this one,
No.
so. But they are on there this year.
Okay,
But I thought it was not them.
so now we're going into individual departments, right?
I think we're switching up, passing the
Salaries.
salaries. I think we're going to. Where are we at? The page 7. The police department.
Bottom of 6 is starts with the department.
Bottom of 6, thank you, Cody.
All right.
Central dispatch, I think we're starting.
Now,
I looked at it and totally forgot it.
Pay almost six. Police department, count from the other one, right?
Correct.
Yes,
Okay. Central dispatch, 30,000.
I feel like that's high.
Yeah, that's been only using like 14,000.
It's gonna be a little
Right.
bit higher, but I don't.
Right.
It's actually probably going to be a little bit more higher than that actually, because I think it goes back. There's going to be some bills that have to be sent out to Silver Star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
permit.
bring that package
Yeah.
in with, but I have that information.
Yeah,
And will we be affected, Commissioner Strobridge was saying something about a change in the way they bill. So they were gonna bill us by the incident rather than the
I'm sorry.
individual, so we wouldn't be
What-
getting hit 3 times for like PD,
That's why we really didn't,
ambulance and, police.
that's why I really didn't understand what he was saying, because he said our fee or charge wouldn't be changing. But we would have the same, they would go from like 3 to 1 call. I mean, what's the
But he said the
difference?
price would still be the same.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I didn't understand why they were
Will
gonna do it that
stay
way.
the same then,
I would
or-
imagine.
That's
I
Because you
should wait
said,
for Randy.
You know, if they double their price, right now we pay what, $18 for ambulance dispatch and $18 for fire dispatch, basically, and I mean, every medical, they both get dispatched out too.
Hmm.
So I think he was saying, yeah, their fee is going up, I don't know how much, but they're rolling it into one
All right,
fee.
putting a happier face on a bill.
Yeah, essentially.
So we're thinking the 30,000 is,
We gotta wait for Randy.
okay. Enough, not enough? We don't know.
Well, I would hope it'd be enough, being we've only done about 14 in the last 2 years. Less than 14, actually.
And we budgeted for this year 30.
Yeah,
We're not coming in
right.
from Silver Star, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That,
I don't wanna be in the hole.
And it's way up.
It's way up.
Mhm.
Okay.
We run almost 70 calls just in Silver Star this year.
Yeah. There was quite a few just from the last month.
I'll get
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, we might have that.
all right, Dave.
Okay.
so I still think 30 is high.
Think 30's high,
I do.
Just leave it at that. If we have
30 and 20.
to change it.
Or you just want to take it down to 20?
Even 25, that would make up 5,000 of what we're doing on the pages previously,
Okay.
Okay.
right?
But
We
Yeah.
have to find it from somewhere.
You good with that, Randy? 30,000, we take it to 25?
For,
Dispatch.
Central dispatch.
dispatch,
Yeah.
okay.
Hard to predict what's gonna happen.
The, I had that. That, the, star,
Silver Star.
Silver Star.
Yeah,
We
so-
talked about it. Just a
Okay.
very little bit.
okay,
Except they have to pay that,
yeah,
so that's a revenue.
It will be, yes.
I mean, this is an expense.
Yeah.
So with that, it might go down further.
Good on 20?
Let's
let's
just,
adjust it a little bit and then see how we land. I hate to get,
Yeah.
25.
Give it a 20.
There you go.
hate to get slapped.
25 is good.
Get smacked.
Dispatch ambulance is at 20,
I believe that one.
I keep a little buffer.
that probably, mhm.
More of a buffer?
No, I
Yeah.
keep it as it.
Oh, as it,
Yeah.
okay.
There is a buffer on there.
It's got a buffer in it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that
Law
we're all
enforcement,
getting older, that's all I'm gonna say.
law enforcement services, we're looking at, a little increase, 63, 634.
That's the same.
Same as 2025.
Yeah.
The contract.
And our usage is up about 18,000, so I think that's fair.
More than
Yeah.
fair, I would say.
Yeah.
Police department, that's the same number,
Mhm.
carried. ARPA funds, going away,
I'll find out what that is, that 160, 146.
You'll find that out, Joyce, and let
Yeah.
us know.
okay.
Yeah, because it's pretty open-ended for professional services. That could be really a lot of stuff.
All right, so now we're down to, Parks and Rec, right?
So,
Hmm,
We're gonna go back to salary.
where we at?
let's go to salaries.
Yep, Park and Rec, page 7. Oh, that is salaries, you're right, name. Oh, page 8.
Give them the page 8.
There it is.
We're on page 8, estimated revenues. Is that it, what everybody's got?
Mhm.
Oh, kind of that number.
Yeah,
This comes from the L 4029 that we collect on taxes.
Mhm.
That part of
Fire
it.
millage.
Okay.
253. 127. Estimated revenues at 253, 127. Page 9, right? Appropriations at 32,000.
do we have another payment on that truck?
We'll have one this year.
We already had one, didn't we?
Mhm.
Isn't there?
Come out on the ladder?
It-
I think ladder's paid.
No, I thought you were talking about the new one.
Mini pumper.
Right. There'll be another,
2026 will be another
there'll be a
payment.
payment.
Is it?
Is it the 56,
There it is.
700?
Yeah, that's gotta be it. Is that the right number? We got
I'll have to double check.
What is that number, the 56,701?
one, yeah.
And you'll check on that number, Joyce?
Yeah. Yes.
Pumper.
Okay, so we're at, capital outlay in the fire department. Which, that line, we didn't put nothing in there.
Is there a reason there's nothing there?
I think we're being more specific with the fire department, aren't we? On capital, because like the pumper, we're buying something.
Yeah, everything, when we go down the fire department is gonna be self-explanatory in here. And then I got some figures where the auditor sent me, sent me on what these numbers are based on. I'll let you guys look at me, but I don't. No.
Looks like we've got some
Yeah.
funds that could be available. Projected to be available.
Debt service. $56,701. Pumper. Yeah. Debt service, pumper. Debt interest. $8,228.
Yeah, we lost some interest.
It's good these days.
Total appropriations, going down to. Fund 205, revenue appropriations. It's 188, 198.
That means if all goes well, their fund balance will increase by about 180,000.
Yep.
That'd be great, because they need equipment.
Yes.
Where is the new station funds in all of this?
I don't think it's in there at all.
It won't be in here. In this budget.
That's why I'm staring at the 180. Which won't pay for a station,
No.
but over time, if we had half that.
I think more than once somebody said, how much is a new station will cost? And we don't have that information.
Seems like there was some
There's some
controversy
studies done? on it?
about what the station should be configured as. And I don't think it was ever set. So I think that's something we ought to investigate. So get the chief and whoever else involved,
Mhm.
figures it straight out. So we can get a hard number on it.
Seems like we should have had an estimate before we started talking about tearing down the old one.
Well, the old one's been dead.
Yeah.
Right, no, I know, I'm just,
Back when we first got that, Chief Larry brings that up quite a bit, that it was, $1 million back in 2017, so it's. And generally, fire stuff seems to go up about 20% per year.
Mm.
Right.
So, I mean, it'll probably be $1 million for like the most bare bones.
I seen something online, the other day, I can't remember what it was, but it said for a two-bay fire station, $2 million nowadays. So. Well,
Seems like we'll be have to search for some state funds or a state grant or,
right,
it's like there's something out there about
Yeah.
that.
Would
I
you,
saw-
would we be remiss if we don't include some line item for it.
How can we do that though? How?
Just build a reserve for it.
Like the
I'm
extra.
thinking at our next meeting, we may want to have Chief Woodard
Yeah,
join us and, you know, cause the other thing I think of is, you know, I remember the Quality Farming fleet fire and when we bought all the new pumpers at once, and unfortunately, when you buy all of something at once, the flip side to that is their terminal service life is all at once. So,
You may not get as many grants neither when you buy everything at once.
well, and all the 9/11 funds and like that aren't there like they used to be, and so I just have a concern with the aggregate age of our fleet and cause I remember what our fleet looked like before that and it was a ragtag.
yeah. In an MTA newsletter or something, there's a police and fire safety grant.
Grant,
from the
yeah,
state.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it does just buildings, if it's buildings capital or, I don't know, I just saw it.
I know when we interviewed Chief Woodard, I asked him and he said he had a plan. I think it's time we all get on the same page.
Yeah, we
with
gotta get
the
on.
plan and,
Give an idea what's going on.
yeah, right, cause it's hard to develop a budget for an unknown.
Yeah. The fire department's very important.
And very expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Okay,
needed,
Yes, very much
Yeah.
needed.
absolutely.
Yes, our insurance rates will all tell us if we don't have what we need.
They already do.
so we good with that? Page 9?
I would say for the time being,
yeah.
they'll like to have some answers on the fire barn.
Yeah. Not to put Chief Woodward on the spot, but maybe you could ask him if you could do that at the next meeting.
Well,
Yeah,
he couldn't make this one.
yeah, no, I
Wanted-
call.
Yeah, I wanted him to be, but he couldn't.
Mhm,
So he would be, and he's got all the right answers.
mhm.
No, he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
And who he's applied to and what's available. I don't know that.
yeah. And I definitely still want to get with him that he could take us around and show us all the different buildings, what's needed, what's not needed, because I'm clueless on it actually. Quite a few of us are, I think, with what's needed, what's not in those buildings, so it would help to do that.
Okay, I'm going to the fire millage, 2000, we looked at that, but $239,732. Operating millage of 4%. They got two of them, $253,127. Total of $492,859.
The requested budget is the right millage.
Yeah,
Basic standard, really, the millage, yeah, okay. And just a question, this number has bothered me, this 119 or 196 that's open that you don't know where it's gonna be going, right? These numbers from earlier,
This number has been taken care
right,
of.
it's the 119.
It's, yeah,
So if that is an open number that we don't know where it's going, or if it's open funding,
it's not open funding. It just has to be put into the right accounts and the accountant is looking to see exactly what account that it needs to go into.
okay,
It's not
so it's not an
open.
open-ended funding,
No,
okay, cause I was
no.
thinking maybe that would be good for.
oh,
No, it's not
Okay.
open now.
Yeah.
no,
It was a good try.
no, that would be good, but
Alright,
no.
It's okay, okay.
Good try.
It'd been nice for both of them. Getting a foot.
Yeah. I'll just get rid of those numbers.
No, that would have been a good find,
Mm-hmm,
but it's not.
all right.
Okay.
Salary again.
Department.
There is the, jump from the public safety that got paid off early. That we were looking into if we had station.
Yeah, we do have restricted funds
Yep.
to use for the fire
Public
station.
safety millage, we paid, which was allocated technically for the police contract. We used the final bit of ARPA funds to pay that last year. Barry and the accountants set that up. So now there's, what is it, 892?
Yeah. Almost a million.
1,000, something like that, that we still need to look at the exact language of what we believe that could fall into being able to be a station. We're not positive
That
yet.
would be amazing.
Good thing to look into, yeah.
But that, wasn't that put into a fund that it shouldn't have been put into, and now there's a hold on that fund?
It's just restricted because it was
Okay, so it has to be used exactly,
for public safety,
Yeah.
okay,
That would be amazing.
which is actually good.
okay.
Yeah.
That would help.
Yeah. Right.
50 of that we were gonna use in
Mhm.
office area, right? It's locked in.
For the, police department?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the 800 money.
But we'll know once we dig in.
All right, we're on page 12. Mhm.
So, all right.
Well. Hate to even bring it up, but those numbers could change a little bit though with that. With the Haley rollback, if we, just have to wait and see if it changes, but it might not, but. Shouldn't even brought that up. That'll make people worry. You want page, what page you guys go to, 11 or 12?
It was told 12. So that's
Well.
what I'm-
We're back to revenue.
Cemetery?
That's an estimated revenues on 12.
$14,915.
And that's just a carryover from 20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
General ledger.
Is this part of the River Road thing? I see. There's quite a bit of activity in 24 and 25, but no budget requested for 26 and 13.
This is delinquent water taxes. Interest.
Oh, revenues, okay.
And we're looking at, approximately 83,699 estimated.
We're not getting revenue from this next year?
It doesn't show in the requested. Anything. Shouldn't be. We
Well-
should, yeah.
So that'd be something to look into, because that probably can't be right.
On what one?
Page 13.
Estimated revenues for,
Or is this an in and out, you know, we pay the city?
But then we gotta think, we gotta
You gotta
check
cut,
back.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, because 4.5, I guess that could be looked into.
And that's for the delinquent water from taxes?
That's what it,
We don't collect on that. Killen County does.
Okay.
okay. What about the sewer receipt?
And then the delinquent water, actually, the city of Battle Creek sends me a bill if there was any paid.
Oh, so
And then-
faster.
Calhoun County is the one that will pay us back if the money was given to them.
Well, that makes sense,
I'm a
because we don't bill for
delinquent.
water or sewer.
No.
right,
Right,
So-
so the-
Okay.
Bedford Sewer Fund,
Now, I see that we don't have anything allocated for repair and maintenance of equipment. We changed our billing structure on water and sewer to allocate some funds toward that, shouldn't we have that budgeted?
We should have something budgeted.
Yeah,
In case
There was just that, I just had to pay for repair today.
Yeah, cause we purposely created a fund for that.
Mhm. So that would be something to look into for number wise.
Yeah,
we don't have a lot of experience on this, do we? Or do we? On the repair and maintenance.
I'm looking at Cody, cause Cody had some numbers that he gave us at the meeting when we were talking about, adjusting the sewer rates, you know, the water and sewer rates.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking Cody might be our source of some.
I got my information from our billing official, Mark.
Fair
He wasn't
enough.
able to make that, so he told me to make sure that was known, but yeah, I mean, a brand new pump station, if we had to build from scratch, costs upwards of $100,000. So.
So should we fund it for something?
We should fund it for something.
And from where?
You know, what are the odds of having to buy one
No,
of those
let's
a
hope-
year, but we should work toward
Having something.
having something.
Yeah,
And we do have extra in what we're billing them. I forget it, the amount extra we're getting per user through that CEI study, but I mean, it's something we should be able to figure out looking at that. That's not what it would be at the top of my head.
We maybe look at that and come back at our next meeting
Yep.
with some
that'd
data.
be a good idea.
Mhm.
You're talking about like pump station like at St. Mary's Lake
Yeah.
and then stuff, you already got that part of that.
Oh, I know, but I'm just like letting them know like the cost that could be involved for some reason if we had to add more. So previously, we were never adding in any buffer. So we were basically just breaking even on everything, and then if something happened to one of our currently operating pump stations, we had to pay for it out of the general fund. So when we approved our new sewer and water rates this year, we added a little bit extra
Oh,
to start building a buffer, and that is not added here.
alright.
Okay.
Where's that added at?
I don't think it has been added anywhere in here, but we can pull up that CEI study that,
That'll be the next, okay.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have that for the next meeting?
hopefully.
I do have some numbers though for, that I shared from the, technical review board with the city that had those minimal increases that they had in there. I do have that information, but they're right now, I won't be able to give it to you until our next quarterly because they're in process. We only meet quarterly, but they're squabbling with that new place out there, Eagle, what do they call it? Eagle? Something that they put, I can't think, it's an apartment. Eagle,
Not Silver Star.
no.
Is it on Dickman?
No. This is the part of the
Oh, in,
sewer system and interceptors and stuff.
Oh.
There is a new down in East Leroy. They're putting in a new subdivision down there.
Huh?
And it's a big mess, hassle going on with them down there.
Okay.
I got a contract. I'll let you guys share with some. It's just some information for you to know, but it really don't concern us, but it does because we're part of that system. But it's not affecting us on our money in right now. So I don't want to drag that out. That's another story we can talk about.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's where are we at, folks?
Page 15.
dog license.
No dogs in 2026. No.
$145 worth of
This is again
worth of
revenue.
revenues. $144, about $45.
I think you get $3 for the license if you're lucky.
Like $45.
If they actually come and get them.
Right?
Most people don't. Okay, revenue.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's only for
That's
Calhoun County,
$20.
but they have the substations. I think you can get them at a vet's office
I
up
don't know what
until
that's for.
a certain day and
It's
then
something
everything
like that.
else.
My
Mhm.
wife's getting it somewhere, so.
She may be getting them from the vets as long as I think they used to give them out before February, I think.
Yeah.
And now they
Okay,
don't,
so
Oh,
after
go to
a certain date they
17.
stop. And then some people, some vets office, they don't like to do it because it's really interesting.
Are we on page
Okay,
16?
no, 17, it's interest.
Oh, we're past the dog.
Mhm.
down to the dollars.
Down.
Yeah.
We're going to the,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh, we did a transfer, page 16, a transfer in, did we do that? The estimated revenue transfer, 2064?
If my memory's right, I'm guessing, that was 20, I wanna say that was money that I found in the drawer when I started working here. And I didn't know what to do with it, so I asked the auditors, like, I believe that's what it's from.
That's fine.
yep,
$20 and
Surprise.
64 cents. Yeah.
It was just sitting in a drawer.
the couch cushion.
That's
I mean, does that sound right to you, Joyce? Do you remember
I
that?
remember something. I couldn't tell you in a
Road
mouthful.
fund. Let's see. Figure out what that was.
Yeah.
I just left it there. Yeah. Okay,
17.
yeah. Interest, 1883.42.
Yes.
This is for the road fund.
Is this fund depleted
Oh,
now?
did you say road front?
Mhm.
Oh, there it is.
This is interest, but
Why is it so low?
well, it sounds like looks like it's depleted.
You mean the final bond payment,
Yeah.
Oh.
a little more money to go on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. All right, 18.
Appropriation. Bank service fee, $30. That principal. 541, 530. Bond interest. 8,122. That was what we have now. Okay. And then transfer out 549, 652.
That was on page 1, that transfer.
Mhm.
Total appropriations, $1,099, 335.
Okay.
And then, 1 million for, net revenues appropriations, $1,097, $452. Okay. Beginning fund balance. 452,000. Requested at, 644,697. Estimated revenues of all funds, $3,601, 955.
So the net of revenues appropriations all funds changed quite a bit. From 1,279,578 to 452,493. I'm just curious on that one,
Wait,
like 800,000.
Where'd you read that from?
Net revenue, page 18. Net revenue appropriations, all funds, followed over, the old one was 1,279,578. The new budget we got tonight is 452,493. $452,493.
Yeah,
That's 800,000 difference. I'm just wondering on that. Mhm.
exactly.
That one went down as well as the beginning fund balance. They all went down quite a bit, except for the net appropriations went up.
All appropriation funds, I'm looking at 3,000. I mean, $3,513,786, and the difference from going to, 3,149,000.
Mhm. Right below that one. The new number is 452,493. This is the new budget we got tonight. The old budget was 1,279,578. So that's $800,000 change. From the original budget.
Okay, I was wondering where you get, okay,
Oh.
now I understand.
Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big, I'm just curious on that number.
Yeah. Everything we're talking about.
Well, check in,
We'll find out.
I don't know, check in with me tomorrow now, I'll leave this clear and I'll give you that info
Yes, hold on.
in the morning.
The uncorrected.
Where you got 800,000? See that one, Joyce?
I do. I was trying to see if I could, if I saw an 800, just
I didn't notice an 800. but
page 11 has an 8.
I would have. probably caught that.
That's where it came out.
Mhm.
Expense didn't change.
No. And the accountant came up with these numbers? Is that my understanding?
Yeah,
I better figure out where that is.
Yeah, that's a big, big 800,000 number.
what's the?
Something got moved.
Mhm. I'm sorry?
The ARPA is 800, right?
Yep. That's what I thought. It was the ARPA money.
That's 773, 737.
There was 800 and something thousand from the ARPA money moved at some point.
Yeah, that's back there on page,
892,664.
Yeah.
Page 1.
yeah,
I see that down there. It's the 737, 649. Is that where we're at? Which one are you?
I'm at, page 1, and it's 638 is the account number.
638? 638 is police and fire report. So is that where it got
But
put in
keep going over.
accidentally into the police and
Yeah,
fire?
because the police and fire report would be like $10 or $20.
And so that 892, but that still is 92,000 off.
that was the ARPA,
How much did it
right?
say?
You got your phone?
What's the exact? I don't have my phone.
It went from, let me go back there. It went from $1,279,000 and $1,279,578.
Point zero zero. We're not doing change, or is that what it?
Yeah, point zero, it's that, and then it went to $452,493. So that's like,
$827,085.
and the police and fire was $892.
So
So it's still a 75.
No,
instead of
police and
75.
fire is 839,066.
I have 892. Oh, I'm looking at the old.
The new one's 892.
Oh,
The
okay,
same number, 892, 664, 83.
Looking for 827.
So we're still at 827. So we're still about 65,000 off somewhere. I don't have a calculator, I should have that, but I think I could pop that one day too.
Part of the issues. Not this number,
Yeah.
these numbers.
Yeah. Cause there's a variable from there to here as well.
So just in the first, page one of the old one, it's 29,999 or 2
719.
million.
Mhm.
And on this one, it's 2.5 million. This is 2.9 million, so there's 500,000 right there.
That's 400, yeah, 400 and 400, well, 400,
Right.
yeah, 50,000.
But that's just one.
It would have to be caught, because we would have to have that. Are all the accounts reconciled?
Yes.
They are, up to, for all of this, everything is 100% reconciled, Marvin? To the match?
Different could also be the road payment. Your issue is that there's such a big gap between the two,
Mm-hmm.
25 and 26. And you've got out of way.
You don't have one of these with you.
It is your
So
turn.
if we
I'm working off of
Oh,
This is the old one.
oh, then that's a new one.
Go ahead.
that's 2.9,
Mhm.
2.5. That's for this.
What'd you guess?
It would be easier once I have
Mhm.
a new page one.
Yeah, because I got a ton right there too.
I got all kinds.
Mhm.
We've got that, we've got all that public safety.
Right.
That we don't have bucketed in anywhere right now.
Which one is that, Pat?
Oh, I'm thinking the ARPA funds that are restricted that aren't really showing up right now.
I think we can find it.
That was. Cody was telling us that was.
Yeah, ARPA is over, but we use it, they have police contract.
Right.
We would have used.
So there's that
public
80.
safety.
$892,000 sitting somewhere.
We got some of it with that transfer, with that mistake right there for the police in the beginning of the $10, we moved that. We're still, that's the 638. We're still about $78. I don't know.
Because, from somewhere to somewhere.
That's what they're gonna be clean sheet stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Too much.
So my
So I
question-
can print new ones before you leave tonight.
Well, there's a lot that you guys will have to do with these numbers that we just had. I've got like 10 or 12 of them. So, I mean, I think 30, I don't know what you guys want to do, see about getting these changes first and then come back for another round.
No,
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to. go
Yeah.
another round.
So I guess
But
that,
Cause we haven't touched we haven't touched the salaries.
no. So I guess we should probably try to schedule when we're all here. Everybody look at their calendars, see what would work, so we know. Schedule wise, Randy?
Yeah. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we do, yeah. Okay.
Go to my office.
Because this has to be done by the 15th, right?
Next
15th. 15th is when this has to be. We have to have a bottom number.
By the 31st. We have to approve.
Of
it by the
December?
31st.
Okay,
In the statute, though, 15.
It is.
Have the public hearing then.
it is. Public hearing by the 15th. It is. So, and our board meeting is the 9th, is that right? So we'd need to have it before the next board meeting. So we're gonna have to have another meeting here, then the board meeting, and then the. Okay.
Everybody
My
get your
phone
calendars
getting ready to
out.
die. Yeah.
Picture pages. How about Wednesdays?
This one, no.
I'm cooking all night. No.
I knew that was gonna be a no-no.
Activities, it's not gonna make any friends.
I knew it was a no-no. That's why I would like
It's
it.
gonna open up seats on the board when our wives fill it.
That's right.
I was just joking, guys, come on.
No,
Do you wanna come to my house and cook afterwards if you
No,
want?
no.
I'll take a helper.
no.
All right.
Say this on it.
I'm just joking, guys. Don't get serious now.
I just had a junk text.
Randy, what's your guys', Christine, what's yours?
I'm coming whenever people can make it.
We're talking the week of December 1st, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna have to be.
I'm thinking December 1st.
We could do December. I can do
It's
December.
the week from
I can do
today.
that. Yeah. Monday.
Can we move it up a little bit though? I mean, it's kind of 6 o'clock. If we're gonna get into it, there's gotta be compromise. We've gotta give somewhere, so.
I can't get out any earlier. On mine, I can't, I apologize, but I can't. You have a tough time getting here from school.
I'm not on December 1st. Other days could be interesting.
So I'm at a training next week, the 1st through the 4th.
So then what about the 5th on Friday?
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
You hate
You got home on Fridays? You're not available Friday?
No.
Well, then we're gonna have to figure it out,
No, we can't do it following Monday.
because then we're doing Monday the 8th, the meeting's Tuesday, we have to have this locked.
How about Thursday, the 4th? Oh,
What time do you get
I'm
back,
sorry,
Joyce?
you're.
Are you gonna be back
Friday.
before?
I'm sorry, I
You get back Friday?
misspoke. You said you're in training that week.
Are you gonna be back? What time are you
We'll
gonna
be
be
back
back?
on Friday.
No, I misspoke. I didn't mean to.
Well, if you can't do Friday, we're looking at either the 6th on Saturday, or we have to do Friday. There's no other option. Joyce isn't here for 4 days.
It would have to be that, I know I got
What about
that
the
one on the 6th.
What about the 8th?
Well, the 8th is too close because our board meeting is the 9th. I mean, if we get locked up on something that we don't,
But if we really had to, we could move
Let's,
another special meeting after that, couldn't we? Before the 15th? If we had to?
so
if
here's
you
the
guys
other,
still lock
you know
it
what, I
I
could,
don't know, I'm just.
you know what, I
ideas.
could,
I'm available any day, so you guys just let me know. After 4.
what do you say, Joyce?
I think that I can leave early, come back for the 4th,
For the 4th?
For the Thursday?
for Thursday.
Okay,
Just laughing.
Can you do it, Gene?
I got 3 things that night, but I'll put this one first. That's fine.
let me check on Thursday.
Already had a conflict. Let's just make it a 555. Let's do it.
I don't mean to keep butting in, but don't we have to post for the public hearing?
Mhm.
So the public hearing has been posted.
Okay, it already has been.
It has been, and when we were talking about not approving it at
Okay.
the December board meeting, called to find out if we could cancel it, can cancel it.
Okay.
It would still show up in the newspaper.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure.
It's posted,
Because-
So it's
cancel it
scheduled
'cause
for
it-
when?
the board meeting.
Our board meeting?
Mhm.
You put that in already into the paper for the?
Yeah, it has to be
Yeah.
published
7 days?
10 days before.
Is it 10 or
No.
7?
10.
It is sub 10,
So it'll be in this Friday's paper.
okay.
Which is really like, 14 days, we have to have it in so many days before the paper can actually publish it. Then with the holiday this week, it was even
The
more,
cutoff was last week.
Okay,
yeah.
so Thursday the 4th at 6 o'clock. Are you good with that, Randy?
Yeah.
Thursday the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott, you good with that? And then by then, I know it's a holiday and you're gonna be gone, but these numbers, maybe we could have some answers on these ones that we wrote down. I can email you these ones as well that I have the questions
The
on.
ones that are,
Yeah.
okay.
And then maybe we could have those answers, or anybody, you guys, any of the other trustees, send them
Okay.
to,
I think we got consensus on what we were looking for.
Mhm. These are the ones, I'll give these numbers here.
If you copy us on that, I'll go through my list.
Yep,
And then-
I'll just tag everybody.
Yeah.
Good. Are we gonna adjourn?
The 4th, there's,
Gotta have public comment.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah.
We're moving out,
Cause I wanna say something.
Mhm.
Because that's what-
we're moving out of
Yeah.
public.
We're going through the agenda.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to speak,
I do. Do you want me to step to the podium?
you can speak there if you wanna, where you feel comfortable.
So just a couple of things. First, every single one of you is in a very difficult spot, whether you want to spend money or reduce budget or whatever else. Your decision or lack thereof decisions that we've had in the last 20 years. I mean, this is all kind of falling on your plate at a very inopportune time. So, but I just wanted to point that out. Secondly, I have a variety of notes. But I'm pretty sure that when we did the police contract, that was for 3 years. I think it is up in 26. I want to say that was Superintendent Beamish's first thing that he did when he was made superintendent, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or maybe he negotiated that when he was on the board. That was a 3-year contract with an escalator, and I can't remember. So that number I don't necessarily know is correct in the budget.
Okay.
yeah,
As far as that goes. Just something I noticed on the revenues, you guys have 3.5 mils for the police on there. The millage that we just did at the last board meeting was for 4.5. So that's actually for more money than what the police contract was, so. Just something that should, I guess, clear up, I guess, as far as that goes. The marijuana money also, from what I can gather, I'm not sure that. So I agree with the 58,000. We're probably not gonna get the other 2 dispensaries. The licensing money just doesn't make sense, both from last year that we took in, and then what we're gonna take in this year. I know at one point we had like 54 licenses, so that should be over 250,000. So at one point they had 300,000, I think in 24 as revenue. And then we took like two something in, so that's closer. But I don't know, Cody's got more current information, but I know there's some places that have been out, some places, they went from 7 licenses to 4. So I mean, I would think that you would want to button that down as far as that goes. The capital improvement plan, I mean, that's pretty important that we talk about that. That's gonna be, whether you have to go to the voters for the money or exercise your board power to levy mills, so on and so forth. I didn't necessarily see anything in the budget or hear anything talk about that $90,000 renewable grant that we have coming from the solar. Then there also is the issue that, so the board really needs to get an agreement with consumers on the personal property tax and decide how they want that levied. My understanding is on that. Cody, is that what you remember from?
Yep, so,
Or maybe that's already been done, I have no idea.
the PILT payment and most taxes, has to go through the state to be approved.
Does it? Okay, all right, so we don't have a scratch that. That was just something that we talked about. In the meeting for consumers as possible, revenue source or whatever as far as that. Yeah, I mean, I have some other stuff on here, but it's late. Thank you.
And we'll take heed to all that stuff too, and then
Sure, yeah.
look into that, yeah.
I would welcome any of your notes. if you'd like to email. Thank you for yours, thank you for the benefit of your experience with us. Historical knowledge.
Yes, but the only thing she gained from going to every board meeting in 4 years.
Are we doing are we doing
Trustees, personal privilege, you can start wherever you wanted to.
always Jean?
Thank you.
So welcome.
We're making progress. A lot of my questions were answered. That's good. I'm happy. Though there's more.
Yeah,
Yeah. So same here. We're all new. We have a lot of questions and that's how we are going to learn. We're learning as we go. So I appreciate you guys keeping in mind that we're not here every day to know the ins and outs of this office. And that's why we ask questions. So that's, we have to have them answered to be able to make a good decision for the township. So that's all. Thank you.
no comment,
I don't have any comments.
Burned out.
no comment.
No comments.
So,
Comment. Okay,
3 times. Okay, that was a good start for us. I look forward to getting a little bit closer to feeling like it's finished. Well done. Thank you.
No, just thank you. It was a very good learning experience and I won't keep us here any longer.
I believe we all learned something and still got more to go though. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
And anybody who might be listening in online.
Thank you for listening, watching.
no more
You
comment,
don't wanna say nothing?
meeting adjourned.
All right.